She condemns in the strongest terms possible the illegal military shutdown of the nation media group portfolio, including NTV Uganda, Spark TV, Daily Monitor, the East African, KFM, Dembe FM, Enyanda, and the Nation Courier. As we speak now, the army is still occupying their premises without any court order, and no any legal procedures were followed. This is a military coup against the free press, carried out in plain sight without shame and without approval of the president of the country. The closure of Nation Media Group outlets is the latest in sustained pattern of abductions, torture, illegal detentions, and targeted harassment of government critics and opposition members, carried out primarily by the army. No court order has been produced. No due legal process has been followed. No official statement has been issued by the Uganda Police Force, neither the Uganda People's Defense Forces, and to make matters worse, the would-be regulator, that is the Uganda Communications Commission, made statements, but those people who watched him, that is Honorable Nyombi, speak, I think I don't want to repeat his words, but for me, I did not get the meaning of what the statements that he was making. Maybe to sum it up, you could see somebody who is also maybe helpless, like the rest of Ugandans. All these are actions of a regime that believes it is above the law, above the constitution, and above the Ugandan people. For 25 years, we have told Ugandans that this regime was worse than the regimes that came before it. We said it was even worse than the colonial administration that ruled the country by force, by fear, and by elimination of every independent voice. Many Ugandans did not believe us, but today the regime has removed all doubt, and we are happy that maybe some of these things are now, maybe they are now, the Ugandans will believe what we've been saying. This is what FDC has been fighting for, and it is this. And if this is not the moment to stand up, there will not be any other one. Article 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda is clear. It gives every Ugandan the right and the duty to defend the Constitution against any person who seeks to overthrow the constitutional order. And these actions of shutting down media houses, abducting lawyers, torturing activists, threatening judges, and declaring themselves above the law constitute exactly the kind of conduct that Article 3 was written to resist. So we are calling upon Ugandans, all Ugandans in your various positions, to come out and speak against the injustices that are being meted on people. Whatever position you hold, whether it is religious leaders, whether it is the legal fraternity, we are happy they are talking, whether it is the elders in this country, this is the time to speak, because this country belongs to all of us. All Ugandans need to be comfortable and proud of their country. And so that takes me to the third point, which is the point on dialogue. That as FDC, watching all the recent events that have been unfolding in the country, we have come to a conclusion that all this marks the logical end point of a regime that has spent 40 years dismantling every institution that could hold it accountable. In light of the rapidly deteriorating situation, the FDC wishes to remind Ugandans that the party had already committed to a course of action before these latest events unfolded. The FDC resolved to convene a dialogue of all political parties in Uganda to speak with one voice, to coordinate a unified response, and to pursue every available means set out by the Constitution to end this dictatorship and restore democracy in this country. But maybe before that, FDC has always advocated for dialogue and a peaceful transition for this country. Those who took their time, if there are people who took their time to read the FDC manifesto, in our manifesto we mentioned something about the peaceful transition in this country, and I think you allow me to read it verbatim. This is what we said about the transition in this country. It is covered on page 63 of our manifesto. We did say that Uganda has failed to achieve a peaceful transition from one regime to another. Regimes have come to power forcefully and left the same way. Involvement of the military in politics started in 1966 with the invasion of the Lubiri and the subsequent exile of Kabaka Mutesa II. Throughout the Obote I regime, central Uganda was seething with anger, which is why when Idi Amin carried out a coup, he was welcomed with jubilation. But 50 years later, under the NRM regime, the military again invaded and killed hundreds of people in Obusinga, Warwenzururu, and kept the Omusinga captive for 2 years. In all the 63 years of independence, one leader has come after another, but atrocities against Ugandans have never stopped. We now have an opportunity. Of course, that was a call during elections. We were calling on people to give FDC an opportunity, because the reason was that a vote for FDC is an opportunity to start a transition and end the era of governments that routinely co-opt the tool of coercion to hold on to power against the will of the people. We want to use this election to break from the tradition of getting and leaving power through the military. Uganda is for us all. It is our country. It is our destiny. And we did propose that if FDC had been elected, we would have set up a truth-telling and reconciliation commission to talk to people. Because people are angry. People are frustrated. People have a lot on their hearts. So this would help, because sometimes talking is healing. So we were supposed to set up a truth-telling and reconciliation commission where people would talk. We were supposed to secure and guarantee a peaceful retirement for every Ugandan, to ensure that everyone has every opportunity to contribute to development of our country in a variety of ways. And we were supposed to work with the faith-based and cultural leaders to endlessly preach and emphasize the importance of truthfulness, hard work, and forgiveness in pursuit of peace of this country. Now, even when we are not in power, I think we shall still continue pursuing the peaceful process. Because for me, I do not understand why the head of military in the country can be so angry. If he wants to be the president, no one has stopped the general from aspiring to be a president. He's a citizen of this country. He's legitimate. People who used to question why, citing issues of dynasty and so on, I think Ugandans have now paved the way that every time someone passes away or somebody leaves leadership, they front a sister, a son, or somebody like that. So in a way, General Muhoozi's path has been eased. So for me, I don't understand his anger against the people. All that he needs to do is just follow the legal process, come out, make his statement, persuade people. He has all for the 40 years that Mr. Museveni has been in power. I think you know that politics has now been monetized. I don't think that General Muhoozi does not have the money. He has all the money. So it's a matter of following procedure. He comes, he asks for the votes. And this one, I think, it's also another very unfortunate thing that I don't know what the advisors of President Museveni do. Either they only sit and earn a salary, because like the person Honorable Muyomba said, he has so many advisors, he has so many people to consult. It is very embarrassing for a president to bring names, then it is the public again that keep telling the president, no, this one cannot be a minister because he has a double citizenship. This one cannot be a whip because he's not an MP. I thought by the time a name is brought, with all those advisors and people and resources that can be deployed so that you get all this information, it is unfortunate that the president continues to bring people's names and then the names are discarded and then he's told after blundering, and then they tell him, no, this one cannot be a minister or the other one cannot be a chief whip. It's unfortunate. I hope this can change. Where is the spokesperson? The spokesperson of the party is just on leave. He informed the party that he had personal challenges that needed a lot of his time. And since this is not a paid job, we let him. And for now, Mr. Muyomba is running the department. Thank you very much.